Last time we were here, we really struggled at getting the insulation to stay in our ceiling as we were installing it, but today we have a plan and I think it's gonna work so much better. So we're gonna get in the house and keep installing the insulation and ceiling panels so that we can get this place finished. So this is literally where we left off, with insulation falling from our ceiling saying, I quit. So we went to the store and picked up some fiberglass drywall tape. This is just regular mesh tape. And I think this is going to be the answer to our problems. I'm going to staple this up across the bottom of the trusses as we install the insulation. And this, I'm hoping, will hold it up long enough to get our panels up there. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and staple this right away, right here.
Yep.
Just to keep that where we want it.
Yeah, throw 2 in at least.
Okay. You got enough?
Yeah, plenty.
Okay.
How does this work here?
I'll figure it out. Oh, so much dust on this one from falling on the floor.
Ew.
It's not the strongest stuff, but
It's working great so far. You know?
Yep. So this is working much better than yesterday. It's not yet a perfected system, but it's working. You just gotta be careful because the staples do tend to rip through if you pull on these. But if we can keep this up long enough to get that panel up, that's what's good.
That's all that matters. This is the easy part.
Yeah, for you.
Straight up to the other sheet.
Okay. So through this project, just assume that we're screwing everything in. I don't want to show you guys every screw. It's going to be so slow and so boring. We're doing 12 in the middle, 6 on the edges. And we are using, interestingly enough, the wrong screws, but the right screws. These are made for backer board, like cement tile backer board. That's what these screws are. And the reason I'm using them is because they're strong. And the way that they're designed, they have a special head on it that I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but they have a special head that's made to go into a cement backer board without blowing it out too much. So it kind of cuts away the excess and it sets in really nicely. And since OSB is kind of not the best material to work with, I was using these because it'll help cut away the excess OSB and sit flush without blowing it out. And so far it's been working perfect. And also they have a full threaded shank. A lot of screws, they have a smooth part, and that is handy sometimes, but in this situation I just don't want that because I want as much teeth into our ceiling as I can. So this is my screw of choice.
Birds.
You know, it's pretty dusty when you're standing right under it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way this would have stayed up on its own.
Oh, I'm glad we found a solution, because so far it's working. This will make it so much easier. Less stressful. Faster.
Okay.
Everything is looking fantastic. We've made some huge progress today. You guys can see it's going smoother. Now this tape, it is a little bit fragile. Sometimes when you're stapling it, it tends to rip through. I probably should have went for a heavier tape, like one of the meshes you use for backer board or something like that, but it's still working and not slowing us down. We got a lot more ceiling panels installed. Unfortunately, we have to stop here because we're getting to a point where I need to cut some light box holes before putting the panels up. Some of our lights are recessed light fixtures and I'm going to cut those later, and I'll show you how I'm going to cut those out later. But some of our lights are going to be installed in ceiling light boxes. I'm not going to be able to cut those out later without risking hitting the wire that's in the ceiling. So I'm just waiting for a hole saw to come in the mail. I ordered it because none of the stores local to me had the size I needed. For some reason, they all had every single size except for that one, so I had to order it. And as soon as that comes, we're going to carry on with this project. Well, it's a new day and we got here early, and it's actually not too bad in here. Pretty comfortable. A little bit warm, but comfortable. So we're going to carry on. I got some extra tools. We're going to be drilling some big holes for some lights and getting more panels up today. Trying out a new style of hole saw today. Check this out. These hole saws come with this little piece attached that cannot be removed. Whoop. I think it's called snap lock. Yep. And then you get this snap lock piece right here. And it just locks into it and pops out of it. And you can buy different hole saws that fit that piece. Let me pop it out of my drill. You can see. Trying it out. We'll see how it goes. It's supposed to be quick and easy to change your hole saws. It also helps you extract the wood because it comes out like that. I don't know. Trying that out. Wow. Let me see how this fits in there. Don't tell me I went through all that work to get a 3 3/4 inch drill bit and it's too small for this.
Looks like it.
It literally doesn't fit, and it says right on it, cut opening 3 3/4 diameter. I did measure it.
And?
I thought they were right. This round part of the box is less than 3 3/4. The part that you would think would go in. It goes in easily.
Okay.
These fins that stick out on the sides are wider than 3 3/4. The engineers didn't think about the fins that stick out. Put a couple little notches in there. Now it fits. That means that if we did this right, we can install this panel. Okay, ready? Let me just get things figured out here. I'm going to bring it toward the wall.
What? We do have a tail bone. It just doesn't stick out far enough to see it on the outside. Where is it? Is that the end of your backbone?
Done. Now that we've made it down to the end here, we're going to stop. We're going to go back and do the other side because I don't want to fill in that little piece until the end. We'll see what pieces we have left over. I know we're going to have to cut something no matter what, but I just want to deal with that later. On this one, we do have some more openings. We have some smoke alarms that we're going to have to deal with, as well as some recessed light fixtures. So we'll keep those in mind. And I'm going to try to show you before this video ends that how I'm going to cut out those holes for these recessed lightings. Wow. Okay, so we got another panel done. And now I think I'm ready to show you what I plan to do to cut out these recessed light openings. I picked up this DeWalt Roto Zip style tool. It's just a tool for cutting holes in drywall. That's what it's primarily for. It has a spinning bit. You stick it in there. Well, I got a multi-purpose, multi-material bit that should be able to cut through wood. And we're going to just try to use it. I'm going to put it up here. And we're going to try to follow the metal box opening that's in the ceiling. The question is, where is the metal box, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like I should have hit it by now, don't you? Okay, my first cut, I was like somehow cutting through the metal.
Oh.
I don't know. I knew it felt too far. But we got it. There's the metal ring. And we got a perfect hole. And I can touch that up with some kind of filler.
Plus you've never used one of these before.
Yeah, it's my first time. And now I can reach up here, find my cord. And there's my plug for it. We're going to keep it hidden up there for now because we will be painting, I believe, before the lights go in. It's not working now. All of a sudden, it's not working. It's like I feel like I keep cutting through the metal. You know, that's exactly what's happening. I'm actually cutting into the metal. I'm cutting through the metal with this. It's that strong of a blade. Broke my blade.
Wow.
I'm starting small this time.
Yeah.
Now I can see where I'm at. I actually see one of my metal edges. Oh, I still did it. I really tried. It still went into the metal. It just eats that metal so fast.
Plus this metal's thin, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to take some JB Weld. I'm going to fill in those gaps and make this like solid epoxy again. That metal is too thin on those light boxes. For drywall, I bet it'd be perfect, but yeah. You barely even feel it cutting in. It's amazing. Whatever. I mean, it worked. Well, guys, this isn't all just sweat. I was washing my face off with the hose because I was covered in dust from doing those holes. I know I should have had my respirator, but I didn't. I have it. I don't have the battery. It's at home charging. And the reason I haven't been wearing my respirator through this project doing the installation is two things. First, because if I wear my respirator and Evie doesn't, you guys will think I'm being cruel and unusual and leaving her out. So we'll suffer together. But honestly, the installation isn't that bad. This new installation is barely itchy, barely dusty. We don't have any problem. Like, we're not itchy right now. It's totally fine. We sneeze once or twice.
And even on the bag it says as soft as cotton. Like there's something different about it where it's not itchy.
Yeah. Now when I'm drilling and cutting above my head, I love wearing my respirator, and I should have pulled it out. I didn't have my battery with me. Just dumb. But we got our holes done. Just ignore that. It was a disaster, I know. But I was starting to get the hang of it. It is working. I just got to be careful because that blade will cut right into that metal. But nothing we did was so bad that it can't be fixed. We can fix it and it'll be fine. The ceiling's coming along. We only have 3 more full panels to do down at that end. We're calling it quits for today because we just want to go home. We're done.
We already got them cut.
yeah, we have them all cut, marked, ready to install. And all we got to do is mark our light openings. But it's looking really pretty good. I'm
Yep.
pleasantly surprised with how well it's going considering all things.
And the fiberglass mesh tape things are working good.
Yeah. But you guys, I don't know if I mentioned it, but we've had so many great suggestions in the comments of all different things to use to hold the insulation up. Some of them really good. The one that stuck out to me was duct strapping. They sell like a plastic webbing, a thin weave on a roll for like suspending duct work. And something like that is probably much more sturdy, and that would have worked. Tape, strips of plastic, all different string, putting wooden battens up there that you can like slide out as you go. I mean, all different ideas and all good ones. We already bought this stuff before we even got those comments, so but it's still working just the same. The reason we decided to use the fiberglass tape is because it was kind of sticky, and I thought it would help it not unravel all over the place and keep the rolls more orderly. It's kind of working.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess the key is just make it up, strap it up, and get it done. So I guess that's all we have for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
Bye.